The Jets are hoping he's their savior. Let's jump into some Justin Fields film to find out just how well he played this preseason. But before we do that, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. Gives me the motivation to hop back in, watch some more film, and we're going to do exactly that. Starting off with a nice little check down over the middle of the field against the Green Bay Packers. But there's a reason why this play is in the video. On this play, what we have called for our offense is going to be called dagger, where we have a clear out route followed by a dig route. And the idea is the clear out route is supposed to clear out the middle of the field and get whoever's in this area just to get them out of there, to hopefully get the deep dig route in over the middle of the field. And then also what usually accompanies a dagger play is some sort of either curl over the football like on this play, or a drag route to pull down any hook zone defenders, which is what we're going to be facing on this play. What the defense is it's going to be a cover 3. They stay right now, they're 3 high, and you would expect this if it's going to be a cover 3. But what actually ends up happening is this player is going to rotate down and he's going to just chill in a hook zone. And then this other safety on the backside, he's going to rotate back out. He is going to be our deep third, but still functions as normal cover 3. And in cover 3, we're going to have a couple hook zones over the middle. This guy here, this linebacker here. And if you remember the way we had our play called, we had our check down here, and then we had our backside dig route. What this is now designed to do is we are going to be high-lowing everything in this area. These linebackers, these hook zones are either going to step up and take the curl, and then in that case, we would throw it over their heads to the dig, or it's going to go the other way around. If they step back and defend the dig route, which is what they do on this play, then we need to check it down to our little just check down, our curl, our drag route, whatever it is. But the reason why this play is in here is because this is a play that the Jets ran a couple times tonight. Not this play exactly, but they ran the same thing with Justin Fields. All he has to do is read the hook zones right over the middle of the field, and then he's just going to high-low it. So Justin Fields correctly identified that every single time that he had to make this read, the right read was check down, because the Packers defense, clearly they were told, drop back, play the deep pass, make this guy beat us by dinking and dunking it. And that's exactly what Justin Fields did in this game. He just checked it down, and the Jets moved easily down the football field and ended this drive in the end. Yeah, so just nice and easy check down. Next play, we're going to try to hit Garrett Wilson on an out route. Not super accurate. On this one, we're going to be facing cover 3 one more time. And in cover 3, any sort of out-breaking route, we are going to have a one-on-one, which means this play for Garrett Wilson, Justin Fields identifies the fact that when it's cover 3, this out route should be open. The problem that we have here is that Justin Fields, he can get this ball out a little bit earlier. One of the problems that he has had early in his career is the fact that he doesn't throw the football with anticipation. If we're sitting here, we can see, if we look at our defender, let me get the pen back out, his hips are facing the inside of the field, which means it's going to be a lot harder for him to put a foot in the ground and cut to meet Garrett Wilson on his out route. So I would like to see him already starting to load up the pass. He is looking, but Justin Fields isn't quite ready to throw the pass. If he gets his ball out a tick earlier, then he makes it so he doesn't have to put it all the way on the sidelines, all the way out here. He could throw it in here, and Garrett Wilson even has a chance to cut this one upfield after making a catch. Like, if we keep watching Justin Fields' foot here, we can watch him. He does like a weird double step. Like, he gets here, and he's got to plant his foot in the ground and just throw the ball. What he does is, instead he does that, he picks up his foot and puts it back down. Like, he just doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. You need to be dropping back and setting your feet. Don't reset them. We're looking at one guy. Set your feet and make the throw. You know, you got to play quarterback with timing, and this is exactly, footwork like this, the timing off like this, is exactly how you end up with short routes like this being inaccurate. We got another check down. This is going to be another high-low over the middle. This time he's going to hit the fullback. He's going to run, pretty deep here. I cut it off early. Don't want the copyright, but big play. Now, this is the play that I have been referencing earlier when I said the Jets are just high-lowing the middle of the field the whole time. We're going to have 2 dig routes from the top coming off here, and then our fullback is going to be running a check down. There's going to be a miscommunication in the middle of the field with the Packer defenders, but someone is supposed to be in the middle of the field here in a hook zone. Someone else is supposed to be over here in a zone. What ends up happening is both players end up dropping to this area of the field, and they both kind of end up guarding nobody. But what the idea of the play was Justin Fields needs to get rid of that route, get rid of this. All we're doing is reading the middle of the field right here, and it's the same thing as before. Defense drops back, we're gonna check it down. Defense comes up, we're going to throw it over their head. Right now, again, Justin Fields is able to make the right read. Defense drops back, so Justin Fields checks it down. So we can see linebackers drop back. There's some sort of miscommunication where both guys cover the same area of the field, but it's the same thing. They're both dropping back. Justin Fields checks it down. That's the right read. Here we are going to end up in the end zone, but Justin Fields misses a lot of things, does some things incorrectly on this play. Preseason is for getting things right. It's not for putting up stats. No one cares about the stats. The yards don't count. You got to learn in the preseason, and let's break down exactly what he needs to learn from this play. Now, this play ends up in a rushing touchdown for Justin Fields, but let's talk about how we actually get there. The first thing that we notice is this cornerback right here. When we send our receiver, Garrett Wilson, in motion, he follows him, which tells us that we're in man coverage, which is good because we have a man-beating play out here, which is just going to be, we're going to have a out route from Isaiah Davis. We're going to run a dig to our tight end, Mason Taylor. Then we're going to have a drag route here. Garrett Wilson's going to be going out. And then we're going to have a big corner route from our wide receiver wide to the edges of the screen here. What the idea is on this play, any of these routes can be open against man coverage, but in a perfect world, we are going to have this wide receiver right here. He is going to run this way, take his man out of the way, and then interfere with Garrett Wilson's man as well when he tries to come over and take them both out of the play so we can get Garrett Wilson open on his little out route under here, which is, there's no rub, but Garrett Wilson is going to be able to be completely open on this play. I mean, we got a ton of separation here. I understand it's the wide side of the field, but look at Justin Fields' face. We are looking at it, unless he's staring at this guy who's covered. Garrett, looks like Justin Fields is looking right at Garrett Wilson here. For whatever reason, decides that wide open guy is not going to be the read. But he does end up making a good play out of this. The other guys are covered in man coverage. Justin Fields, we know he has the athleticism to do this, but we talked about his footwork earlier in the video. And one thing you have to do as a quarterback is you always want to stay on your line. So Justin Fields' line is right here. Actually, it's a little bit, let's draw that out a little bit better. His line is right here. You want to move vertically back and then vertically straight forward. Just stay in a straight line. If we watch the way he's moving around in the pocket on this play, he drops back, and we can see he should stay somewhat just inside the hash mark. He's not going to stay exactly on the line. That's just not realistic. But he drops back, and we're going to watch him. He sets his feet, and then he shuffles one way. He jumps backwards just so he can jump back forwards. So if you watch where he is, we start on the hash marks pretty much, jump in for some reason, we jump in towards the middle of the field just so you can jump back out. I mean, his feet just, you could tell he is afraid of the pressure. You got to be a little bit more calm when we're playing quarterback. I understand the pressure is coming, but we got to trust our offensive line where there are a bunch of first-round picks on this offensive line. Trust that they're going to be able to protect you. Made a good thing out of this play, but I do think Justin Fields missed a couple things that he needs to be able to see. On to the Giants game. This is an out route that everyone's talking about, but I do think there are some reasons why he missed this throw that wasn't just a pure miss. I think he deserves some slack for this play that the media is not giving him. So on this comeback route to Garrett Wilson, of course, when Garrett Wilson is coming down here and turning away from the football towards the sidelines, Justin Fields got to make sure we get this ball out more accurate, get it to the sidelines. Everyone knows that. But something that I do want to point out that I'm not sure a lot of people are looking at here. If we watch Braylon Allen, the running back, I'm going to play the video for a second. We got to watch him. There may be a reason why this throw is inaccurate from Justin Fields. If we watch the right leg of Braylon Allen and the left leg of Justin Fields, they actually are going to hit each other when he's trying to step up. They hit each other right there, or at least I think they hit each other. And even if they don't, Justin Fields was not able to fully step up and go through his full follow through on this play, which is what is going to lead to him overcorrecting back to the inside. Now, when he is not able to step up properly, he wants to step up and point his foot this way towards pretty much wherever you point your foot is where the football is going to go. So he wants to point it at Garrett Wilson, but he can't because Braylon Allen either hits him or gets in the way. So now when he isn't able to fully step up, his foot is going to be pointed towards the sideline. So you can see his foot right now is pointing towards the sidelines, but Justin Fields knows he throws this, the ball's going to end up over here, which is going to be an incomplete pass. So what he does is he overcorrects back to the inside and he aims too far inside. And that is why I believe this pass was incorrect. This pass is so inaccurate. Obviously, too low and too far inside looks really bad, but I think there are reasons why this pass was inaccurate and just a little bit of a pass that no one's really given Justin on this play. Final play in the video is going to be another positive rushing gain, but there are a lot of things that Justin Fields needs to do differently on this one. So the play we have called here is going to be deep curls, where we have 2 flat routes from our guys down here, and then 2 deep curls, one from Garrett Wilson and then one from Josh Reynolds. So let me go ahead and find Josh Reynolds, as I must have misdrawn that. So Josh Reynolds is here, going to be on a deep curl, and then we're going to have the flat route here. Breece Hall is also going to leak into the flat. Just give us another option. But the idea of this play is the same thing as a lot of the plays we've seen. We are expecting hook zones over the middle, and we're just going to high-low them. If we watch the way the play breaks out, the way the play works, our hook zones over the middle of the field, they're going to drop back, which means we want to check it down. So our options to check it down, Mason Taylor right here, he's open. Breece Hall, he's open. This check down right here, that's open as well. As I draw a 2 instead of a 3, that's open as well. We can take any of these guys. Now, the next thing we can do, if for whatever reason you don't want to take one of those routes, we can watch, Justin Fields can try to do what Jackson Dart has already done. What I'm about to ask him to do is really high level. It's really difficult, but Jackson Dart did it literally tonight, Thursday night when I'm recording this, which is Jackson Dart stepped up into the pocket and then threw a pass. So if Justin Fields does not dip his eyes, which is another problem he has, he takes his eyes off of his wide receivers too early and puts his head down to try to run. If instead of starting to run, he can step up right now and he can put it over these guys' heads, to either Garrett or to Josh Reynolds. He can pick whichever one he wants to go to because these linebackers are looking at him. So one of the 2 things he's got to do, if he, for whatever reason decides that Breece Hall is not the read here, I'm certainly giving it to Breece Hall because selfishly, let him take the hits. The quarterback needs to stay healthy. Breece Hall should be taking the hit and running instead of Justin Fields. But if you don't want to do that, you can hold the ball for an extra second. These linebackers will continue to drop and get depth, make it even more open for Breece Hall, or go for the step-up throw where the linebackers are all going to step up to go get you, then fire it into one of these guys. This ends up with a good run play for Justin Fields, but it's not the right thing for his development, and it's not how the top quarterbacks win in the NFL. Little bit of a harsher breakdown for Justin Fields, but preseason is for learning, and we know he can run the ball. What the New York Jets are looking for is they're looking for a player who can pass the ball effectively. They need someone who can read the defense, and that's what they want Justin Fields to learn how to do. All these guys are great athletes. They can all run. They got to learn how to pass the ball as well. We will be seeing how Justin Fields' development continues throughout the season. Right now, the things he needs to work on, they haven't really improved from his Pittsburgh days, but it's not too late for this guy. I know a lot of people are rooting for Justin Fields to make it in the NFL, but his time's running out. Let's see if he does it with the New York Jets. But that's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you for watching the video. Please hit the like button if you have not already. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. and thanks for watching.